Anyway, let's look at the Bitcoin president, folks.
I'm proud to make an historic announcement. Our campaign will be the first presidential campaign in history to accept Bitcoin donations through the Lightning Network. As president, I will make sure that your right to hold and use Bitcoin is inviolable.
That's awesome. That's fire. That's fire. That's fire. Dude, heard of Bitcoin mayors. How about a Bitcoin president?
You should be able to own your own private keys the same as you own the keys to your car.
RFK Jr.'s every terrible crank viewpoint with none of the actually good challenging views outside of mainstream. Worst possible candidate ever. Yeah, he doesn't even have any like cool opinions. Like even with Tulsi Gabbard, who was like a straight up liar, there was an aura about her that she was like an anti-imperialist or whatever, which was a lie from the jump, but at least like she tried, you know what I mean? She kind of like tried and leaned into that. And RFK has none of these qualities. He doesn't have any of it. Just like an anti-vaxxer. That's his. He's anti-big pharma, but only from the anti-vaxxer angle. You know what I mean? He's like, I've never heard him fucking speak out against big pharma beyond like mass inoculation campaigns and how they're like turning your children autistic. I hate that.
Car or own your wallet. I will reverse the government's growing hostility toward this industry and keep innovation at home. And I encourage you to expand your use of pro-environmental energy techniques, such as capturing waste methane and using waste heat. However, I want to make one thing plain. The environmental argument should not be used as a smokescreen for an agenda of suppressing Bitcoin. Americans have come to distrust the government, including the way that it has manipulated our money supply to benefit the very rich and to prosecute endless wars. Bitcoin is a bulwark against precisely this kind of government and corporate expansion and intrusion. The public ledger of Bitcoin makes every transaction transparent to everyone. It might therefore be a harbinger of a future in which the government is transparent to the people. Your support of Bitcoin puts you in the same category as the framers of the Constitution that gave us that Bill of Rights, that created these democratic institutions, and you are the current manifestation of that impulse. So thank you all very much for everything that you do, and thank you for being part of this movement.
The founding fathers would have loved Bitcoin, dude. They would have fucking loved it. I love that he has the epic trailer music on top of talking about Bitcoin. It's awesome. This guy's great, dude. The founding fathers would have pumped. The founding fathers would have absolutely pumped Dogecoin and shitcoin and altcoin. They would have loved it. Please vote for me. Fucking awesome. Why is his voice like that? He's got a spasmodic dysphonia or whatever the fuck it's called. I forget. He claims it's because he got a vaccine. Yeah, he claims it's a vaccine injury. The vaccine itself, the most damaging vaccine of all, heroin, potentially. I don't know. This is the Felix position, and I actually don't know if that's the case. I do know that he was arrested for heroin. I do know that he got possibly Hep C, but I don't know if he. I don't know if it's because of that, dude. I mean, how can you not vote for this guy? Okay, how can you not vote for this guy? Popping off. All right, let's get to the gay shit because this was really funny. This is not the gay shit, but it's a funny segue. As you guys know, Mr. Beast blessed the timeline yesterday with his beast. Mr. Cupping the beast over here. I love body transformations. I think it's great. I have gone through my own journey. I have a lot of respect for people who also do this. I also have a lot of respect who post thirst traps on the timeline. So good for him. Also, Jordan Peterson wants to kill him, I guess. Jordan Peterson saw Mr.'s beast, okay, and he said, there's a way, Jimmy, for me to kill you, actually. Why is he gripping it like that? I don't know why he did that. But it's kind of funny because he's like, this could be fixed. And he's like, dog, what do you mean it can be fixed? He's showing you that it has been fixed. And he's on his journey that is like demonstrably worked. Also, I love the idea that the wealthiest YouTuber on the fucking planet and like, an incredibly wealthy person who probably has a personal trainer round the clock, private chefs and whatnot, who has demonstrably been able to change his body in a positive way, is going to benefit from Jordan Peterson's idiotic meat-only diet. Like, what are you, fucking stupid? Hey, I see that your situation is working, but here's a situation where you could die if you have apple cider. You think he's on Anavar? Fuck no. I do not for even a second think that he's on a single ounce of fucking steroids. Look at his body transformation over the course of... Dude, some of you motherfuckers don't know anything about fitness, and it shows, okay? There is no better representation that this is natty as fuck from his muscular development and how much weight loss has occurred so far. This is straight up just pure 100% rich guy shit. I do not have even a fraction of doubt that this is natty as fuck. And I'm pretty sure no plates or more plates, more dates would agree with me on this too. What do you mean with rich guy shit? Rich guy shit in the sense that he has enough money to have a personal trainer that is probably monitoring his activity on a daily basis, and also a private chef that is cooking him delicious meals that are also monitored by either a dietitian or either monitored by a dietitian or the personal trainer himself. Here's Dylan Mulvaney, by the way.
Hi.
This is the last thing I wanted to cover from the news section before we move on to some more fun shit.
One thing I will not tolerate people saying about me is that I don't like beer, because I love beer and I always have. I built my platform on being honest with you, and what I'm about to tell you might sound like old news, but you know that feeling when you have something uncomfy like sitting on your chest? Well, that's how I feel right now, so this feels like the right thing to do. I took a brand deal with a company that I loved, and I posted a sponsored video to my page. And it must have been a slow news week, because the way that this ad got blown up, you would have thought I was like on a billboard or on a TV commercial or something major. But no, it was just an Instagram video. And the wildest part is that they also sent me one can with my face on it. You might have seen it.
One can.
And funny story,
one can.
I had the can around my house, but then I realized, wait, I need to protect this can. So I hid it somewhere. And now I can't find it because I hid it so well. But when I do find it, I feel like it needs to go in a museum, preferably behind bulletproof glass. And you might be thinking, Dylan, why bring it up now? I'm bringing it up because what transpired from that video was more bullying and transphobia than I could have ever imagined. And I should have made this video months ago, but I didn't. And I was scared, and I was scared of more backlash, and I felt personally guilty for what transpired. So I patiently waited for things to get better. But surprise, they haven't really. And I was waiting for the brand to reach out to me, but they never did. And for months now, I've been scared to leave my house. I have been ridiculed in public. I've been followed. And I have felt a loneliness that I wouldn't wish on anyone. And I'm not telling you this because I want your pity. I am telling you this because if this is my experience from a very privileged perspective, know that it is much, much worse for other trans people. For a company to hire a trans person and then not publicly stand by them is worse, in my opinion, than not hiring a trans person at all, because it gives customers permission to be as transphobic and hateful as they want. And the hate doesn't end with me. It has serious and grave consequences for the rest of our community. And you know, we're customers too. I know a lot of trans and queer people who love beer. And I have some lesbian friends who could drink some of those haters under the table. But to turn a blind eye and pretend everything is okay, it just isn't an option right now. And you might say, but Dylan, I don't want to get political. Babe, supporting trans people, it shouldn't be political. There should be nothing controversial or divisive.
This is a really well-spoken, short way to describe the events that unfolded. Budlight wanted Dylan Mulvaney's audience. Budlight worked with Dylan Mulvaney on a very limited campaign. The actual people that brought this audience to the forefront of the American public was not Budlight, and it was not Dylan Mulvaney. It was Matt Walsh and the rest of the right-wing psychopaths. And as a consequence of that, Dylan Mulvaney got a fucking target on her back, and also even on top of that, a target on the backs of all trans people. That target grew. It already existed. I cannot believe that Budlight straight up just left her out to fucking dry on her own. It's so shitty. And the reason why they did it wasn't because they were like pro-trans, by the way. The reason why they did it was because, Dylan's right, queer people drink beer too. And they wanted to get queer people who have a lot of disposable income spend more money on Bud Light. But the worst part of it all is that they capitulated to the right-wing mob. It's perhaps the absolute worst thing you can ever do because these freaks get off on this shit. Once you give them an inch, they are going to take anything and everything they can. And they have, and they will continue to do so. And as Dylan also mentioned, it would have been better not to work with any queer people whatsoever than to work with them and then do this shit. It's so fucked up. I don't know if I want to watch Matt Walsh's response to this video. Oh, it's not a video. He just says Dylan made herself the mascot of transgenderism, profited immensely from it, used her platform to push for the mutilation of children, and then experienced a completely justified backlash. I have no sympathy for her. I hate Twitter so fucking much, dude. Holy fuck. This further proves your point that corporations are not allies. Everything they do is in the best interest of making most money. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying this, and hopefully more people will get to realize. Dylan Mulvaney did not make herself the face of transgenderism. Whatever the fuck transgenderism is not a thing, okay? It's not an ideology. But even if it was, even if Dylan Mulvaney was like, I'm trans, and I want to be the spokesperson for trans people, you still didn't describe why it's okay to just fucking try to get this person to kill themselves. Like, you never really mentioned that at all. You just kind of assume, these guys always do, that, oh, trans is bad and everyone agrees with me, so that's it, you know? Like, you made zero arguments. And then on top of that, the only thing that would resemble an argument as to why Dylan Mulvaney would be a bad person was just a lie. The mutilation of children. Just straight up a lie. Really fucked up.
About working with us. And I know it's possible because I've worked with some fantastic companies who care. But caring about the LGBTQ plus community requires a lot more than just a donation somewhere during Pride Month. And all this to say, bottom line is that if you follow me, if I've made you smile, if you care about me, I need you to care about every trans person. And I need you to support us, and I need you to stand by us. And hey, it's still Pride Month. So I'm going to celebrate being alive. And I'm going to
I want to believe that there is some justice out there, and that will happen one day. It will come one day. I want to believe that. That's all I'm going to say. I can't say anything else. Okay? It's hard. One day.
Celebrate the trans people in my life and the ones I haven't met yet. And I'm going to celebrate the fact that no matter how many thousands of horrible messages or news anchors misgendering me or companies going silent, that I can look in the mirror and see the woman that I am and that I love being. And I know you were probably here for the tea of it all, but I would love for something productive to come from this. So there is a link in my bio to the Trans Law Center, who is doing some wonderful work if you have the means to donate. And to the good people out there, I love ya. I really do. And cheers, but only if you're of legal drinking age. Okay, I love you. Bye.
All right, this is the last news thing that we're going to do. DeSantis War Room did a Trump fan cam. To wrap up Pride Month, let's hear from the politician who did more than any other Republican to celebrate it.
I will do everything in my power.
Okay, now I think that DeSantis War Room is watching my shit because you are biting my steez, my friend. I literally did this. Remember when and not in this like incredibly I'm a Barbie girl type cut. We covered all of Trump's like pro LGBT sentiments expressed not that long ago. A month ago, I think, is when we covered it. And now they're just biting my shit.
To protect our LGBTQ citizens.
If Caitlyn Jenner were to walk into Trump Tower and want to use the bathroom, you would be fine with her using any bathroom she chooses.
That is correct.
In the future, can transgender women compete in Miss Universe?
Yes.
You know what's funny about this? Like, this is just weird. This is just like a very weird campaign ad to make because people like Trump more than they hate trans people, brother. Like, you're not converting anybody. Even Matt Walsh would not probably convert with this ad. Maybe Matt Walsh. But who else is going to look at this and go, yeah, that's fucked up, actually. I really like DeSantis because he's extra hard on trans people. Matt Walsh is the only motherfucker who will watch an ad like this and go, okay, I'm voting for DeSantis.
Make America great again.
Psych!
Oh my God. GigaChad guy, Patrick Bateman walking. Oh my God, they even put Peaky fucking Blinders. Funk music. Oh my God, what the fuck, dude? Dude, no. Dude, they're so online. Dude, I'm imagining like 58-year-old HVAC business owner living in a fucking Missouri suburb watching this and immediately having an aneurysm. Like his fucking, just like foam coming out of his mouth, trying to comprehend what he just saw. Because like the average voter isn't the fucking groiper that's on TikTok. Like this is the type of shit that, you know, people that watch Aiden Ross would respond to. And those guys, maybe some of them are eligible to vote, but do not have the mental faculties to be able to get out and vote. Like, who are you targeting with this, man? It got 3,000 likes, too. It's just, like, fucking flopped. Or not even 3,000. It got 1,000 likes. It's just like, oh, no one's more dangerous for trans people than me. Dude. Guys, guys, if you vote for me, I will literally fight. I will engage in fisticuffs with a trans teenager. Please vote for me. I am Ron DeSantis.
I cannot think of anything more horrifying. It really has shut down.
And also, if my candidate is DeSantis, I wouldn't be using this emoji. I would just be trying to move away from the usage of this as much as possible. Okay, because, you know, if there's a Republican candidate that best embodies that, it's motherfucking Ronald DeSantis. I'd be trying to run away from that emoji as best as possible, you know? I wouldn't even mention it. Actually, I hate trans people more than Donald Trump. This entire ad is that. This entire fucking ad is literally him going, actually, Donald Trump is very pro-LGBT. I, on the other hand, hate LGBT more.
It really has shut down drag.
Just produced some of the harshest, most draconian laws that literally threaten trans existence.
Congratulations, Ron DeSantis. Mission accomplished.
Like, even the people that they're posting are like fucking like the most niche, no disrespect. Like, and I would say the same thing if I was in this ad as well. Like, we are so niche. Like, nobody fucking knows or cares about these people for the most part. Come on, dog.
You win.
This is my favorite because it's like, what was it? It was like, wait a minute, you have a wife and children? No, like that's what the soy guy is saying on the other side. And then Chad DeSantis going, yes. Are you sure it's not a chatter in here that works for DeSantis doing this sabotage? Yeah, they called him Top Gov. This is awesome because anyone that responds positively to this ad is not voting. The Aussie boys came back and they have this like deck of Magic the Gathering cards. And they're like super stoked. They're like, yeah, we're going to get that one ring. Like we bought these fucking decks of cards and like we're going to open them and we're going to get that one ring. And I was like, bro, I got some bad news to tell you. It's been found as of like, 6 a.m. this morning. And they went from wanting to open it first wanting to sell it to XQC to then wanting to open it on stream to now just they're opening it on their own in the corner. Sad. Like I can see them from over here. They're just like sitting on my dining table. I didn't know. I didn't know it would like fuck you guys up. The prices dropped immediately as soon as it was found. So they probably didn't drop the price for you because they were like, yeah, sucker. Yeah, these guys speak funny. Let's fuck them up. There's still other rings. Like there's apparently a dwarven ring that's worth thousands. The One Ring card, Magic the Gathering's coveted collectible, has been found. PSA grades it a mint 9, but what happens next? A singular serialized one-of-a-kind card for Magic the Gathering has been found. Proof comes via grading company PSA. They posted an image this Friday morning. It was created in coordination with Middle-earth Enterprises to celebrate the original novels by J.R.R. Tolkien. The set includes many copies of the One Ring, including perforated versions meant to be torn apart at the table, but the publisher Wizards of the Coast also created a singular copy covered in gold foil and etched with the original Elvish black speech inscription. A card shop in LA had a $2 million bounty for it. When Tales of the Middle-earth launched at retail stores on June 23rd, the One Ring was said to be included inside collector boosters, high-end packs with 15 cards inside each one. The promotion caused the price of collector booster boxes to climb past $518, nearly twice what similar products normally cost at launch. How many trading cards do you have in your collection? I don't collect any cards. Magic the Gathering has sent me a fuckload of cards. Many times over. I have not even opened them. I usually give them as gifts to others who care about it. Should the bearer of One Ring choose to accept it, a reseller in Spain is offering more than $2 million plus a trip to Europe in exchange for the card. On Friday, a New York-based reseller called Dave & Adams had reportedly taken receipt of the card, but is not able to exceed its previously offered bounty of $1 million. Turns out that this Universes Beyond set is actually great for teaching new players the game. Loads of powerful new cards as a starter set. Update. Polygon spoke Friday with Jeff Tyson, co-owner of Maximum Cards and Collectibles in Whitby, Ontario. Tyson said that the One Ring was found by the cousin of a regular customer who learned of the epic pull while in the store. That individual placed the card in a bank vault, secured legal representation, and then arranged for the card to be graded by PSA. It's not known at this time where the card was purchased or what the owner plans to do with it. That's awesome. I love that you just like fucking randomly pulled a card. I spent all my money on that ring. I am broke. What do I do? Socialism, dude. I'll give you $5 for the magic cards in the form of a sub at the bottom of the hour. Fuck. Did I run the ad break? Did I give you guys a debate? No, I didn't. Oh my God. That wasn't even a good segue from that chatter. Fuck. Listen, Nick, you got to spend money to make money, baby. You know what I mean? Turns out your broke ass did not spend enough money to actually find the card.